we're going to be doing some fan art. This week's video is related to last week's video, so if you are looking to see the part 1, that'll be probably the one right before this one. Anyways, in today's video, we're drawing Makini, which is a friend of Chihiro, and they're both from the Milky Way subway universe. And I don't know, I like it. And I did this fan art, pretty shortly after, and I used some bigger paper, which I liked. It's very not cheap, obviously, it costs money, but you get a lot of it for like $20. Like I want to see you get like 1,000 sheets for $20, and it's like printer paper. If you're interested, I'll take and send you a link to it in the comments. But just so I'm not talking about boring stuff the whole video, I'm just gonna take and kind of set the what is it called? The topic of conversation, which today's topic of conversation is books and music production. Here lately I've been getting into music production, and I've been watching a lot of music production videos, as one does when they're trying to learn something new. And it's interesting. It's very mathy, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting for it to be very free-flowing and fun. Well, it's not that it's not fun. I find it fun, but I was expecting for it to be a lot more like just unregulated. Like obviously I knew there was rules and stuff, but like it's very ruly. And it's interesting because the second you kind of use certain like scales or keys or different things like that, you can notice like it sounds more uniform, which I've liked. Is like that, like when I take notes, it's not like pointless. They actually do help, which I like. And throughout my music creation journey, I've had some inspirations, which I would say are on the top of my list. Tyler the Creator, banger. Love Tyler the Creator, like master producer. Boy with the Ukulele, perfect. Like love all of his music. He's like probably like my first favorite artist to have. Like he's awesome. And Oliver Tree, which on this topic, like a moment of silence for Oliver Tree, because I know when I heard about the incident, I cried, and I did mourn him, because I think for a long time now, especially for me, he was an inspiration just with how weird and with how just himself he was, and I always wanted to take and be more like that. And he just didn't care. Like he just wanted to create cool stuff and not let anything slow him down. And he just was awesome. And so now that he's gone, it's weird because it's noticeable. Like every time I have a playlist on, I have a hard time listening to his music, and I'll skip it sometimes. I know it's kind of bad to do. I shouldn't like reject his music, but it's like it's hard. It's hard to hear that music again. Anyways, on a less sad note, I would like to talk about books now, just to kind of shift the subject in a different direction. Lately, I've been reading Dune, but Dune, as you may know, if you do read Dune, it's very heavy. It's a heavy book, and at least for me, like considering most of the books I've ever read are, a little bit more light, a little bit more. Well, it's not that it's like heavy in themes, it's just heavy in names and lore right off the bat, which I'm having a hard time keeping up with. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna read something else. I want to keep my reading, performance up, but not read Dune right now. So I picked up a book, and it's called Nightmare on Nightmare Street. It's a R.L. Stine book, and it starts with a foreword by guess who? You can leave it in the comments. You'll never guess it. I'll give you actually 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guessed James Murray in the comments, you'd be right. And you'd be like, James Murray who? And I'll say, the same Murr from Impractical Jokers wrote the foreword to R.L. Stein's book. And it's weird because it starts very weak. It starts off with him saying, I asked R.L. Stein if I could use ChatGPT to type my response. But then it skips to a more humorous kind of abbreviation of the book without giving away too many details, as I guess most forewords do. And he talks about how it made him lose what little hair he had left, and how kids will love it, but the book, not how he loses hair. I thought that was funny. But it was interesting, and then it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the book, because to start a horror book with a foreword by a comedian feels like you're setting the tone with a more comedic backing, if that's the right word. But it's actually interesting though, because I start reading some chapters and I find it interesting, but it feels like, when like a story will make fun, or like a movie or a show or a piece of media will make fun of the meta or what is usually seen in that genre. Like, say if country was to be made fun of, they'd be like, and the boots in the barn, and the boots in the barn, blah 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 blah, beer in the truck. Like, they'd be like, dude, that would be like a meta joke, I guess. I'm not sure. Hey, I'm using big words that I don't even know the meaning to, so don't rely on me as the main primary source. Not saying I'm gonna be used as a source. Anyways, so this book feels like a kind of dig at his books, because it's a house on Nightmare Street where this kid is tripping. He lives in a family of 4, and like it's like weird because even in the foreword it's like parents who gaslight, and it's like, okay, then you get into the book and it's like the parents are gaslighting the kid. No, it's not haunted. No, it's not bad. No. Like, you're kind of crazy. And like, then he, is tripping out about everything. He's tripping out about this like bird, which he thought was a bat, and this and that. He's tripping out about a Raggedy Ann, which he's like, this has been in countless horror movies. And it's like, okay, you're already painting yourself in a bad light. Like, you're already like, okay, so you watch a bunch of horror movies. Yeah, no wonder you're scared of Raggedy Ann, dude. It's freaking like, it's a rag doll, but you're over here like tripping. Anyways, I don't like this kid. I don't really don't like any of the characters. It's like weird. But I don't think they're supposed to be liked, because after he gets attacked in his room by a flaming ball of light that manifested from a nightlight and then got thrown up on by the same Raggedy Ann, oh, surprise, he woke up. He wakes up in the body of, well, no, that makes it sound like Inception or like Matrix. He just wakes up. Here it's like another kid who also lives on Nightmare Street, who wakes up from a bad dream, and he's telling his mom about it, and his sisters, of course, mocking him and, making fun of him and stuff. And he's like, I told you Nightmare Street would give me nightmares, which I thought that was kind of funny, because it's like, that's some kid logic. Not saying I'm not a kid. I would probably say the same thing. I'd be like, I'm so scared, I'm gonna cry. So it's interesting because I'm interested to finish it, but like, I don't know. I just hope it's not like this. The whole book where it's kind of like, and then ding 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 ding, this happened, and then, well, it was actually just this. And then, oh, what's behind this door? Oh, it's just a broom closet. Oh wait. Oh my god. Was that a ghost? Oh no, I farted. Like, is that gonna be the whole book? I'm hoping not, but even if it is, it'll be kind of a funny read still. And I do like R.L. Stein. I do collect his books when I do see him at Goodwill, because I love the front art, I love the stories, I love the size. I think that they're a fun read. I'm a slow reader, so they still take me a long time to read, but I think that'd be cool, like, once I get faster, to maybe like review a book a week on this channel or something. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. But Yeah, also, speaking of books, what are some book recommendations? If you were an avid reader, unlike myself, what are some, and you don't even need to be an avid reader. Just say if you're like, you know what, in 11th grade, I really liked this book that we read. You know what, that's cool. Because for a long time, that's kind of like how I got introduced to certain books, was through school. I wasn't really, like outside of school, I wasn't really a reader. And there's nothing wrong with that. But now I realize the magic of reading. I always thought that was cringe when people would say that, but it's true. The magic of reading, it transports you to different worlds. But it's true. It does transport you to a different world. It's amazing. It's also, it requires no internet. I always thought that was nice. I was in a waiting room not too long ago and didn't even have to out a little bit of Dune to read while I was waiting, and I thought that was cool. Because it's not like you need to connect to the internet or anything. It's just like, boom, I already got my book. I'm good. And yeah. But speaking of books, on the topic of books still, here recently in my area there is this bookshop that opened, and it's free to the public. It's like a farmer's market and a bookshop at the same time. And I thought that was very interesting. I'll have to take some video of that to show you guys, because it's weird because we don't have a lot of small businesses like that in our area. So it's like when I saw that, I was like, I told them, I'm like, I want to do a video of your guys' store, just like, and I'm like, I told them I didn't have a lot of viewers or anything, but I was like, I want to see this thrive. So I'm like, I could see like posting something just to kind of like get your guys' name out there more. Not saying that it would help. It's pretty much just like a small, yodel for trying to like advertise them, or not advertise them, but promote them, try to keep them flourishing. But yeah. Anyways, this is the glamour shots. Sorry, I was kind of yapping to the glamour shots, but these are them. I love how this picture turned out. I love the different components, the different, the portrait, the mugshot, the robot, all that. Really good. I will say, do be expecting some more colorful artwork next week. It'll be something the Digital Circus inspired. So if you're excited about that, please swing by next week and catch it on this channel. Please like and subscribe. See you then.